The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tokupitch.
Yes.
Hello.
Jacob's turn.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just a little nervous.
Don't be.
Why?
Because
why?
Realize this isn't live. We can edit out anything bad.
Yeah, it's not like
I'm never not nervous when I step in front of the camera.
It's
or
not
on
like
stage.
It's not like we're rewatching Winspector. Speaking of which, somebody wants us to do how we would fix Winspector.
Make a different show.
Exactly.
I was going to say, well, that'll be an episode of Tokupitch, who knows?
Anyway, what are you pitching to us?
Well, here's the thing. Show that I'm pitching, it already got an adaptation over here.
So we're fixing the adaptation.
But what if it were better? Gokaiger, folks.
Oh, you're taking on a task.
Oh, yes. I am taking on a task. And
Good luck to you, sir.
starting with this. We are getting rid of all the other Sentai changing. We are just focusing on pirates in space. We're not going to Earth. We're not dealing with a big galactic empire trying to destroy everything. It's pirates in space, being pirates, growing as a team, forging bonds with each other, and
He wants to make Gokaiger a standalone Sentai.
yeah.
Also, curator, more or less.
But pirates.
Yeah.
He really wants that pirate aspect to be more in the foreground.
It's, I mean, think live action Captain Harlock.
I was thinking more Sentai at One Piece.
Actually, One Piece is not a bad comparison.
Not in
We are going for, like, we're never going to Earth for one thing. I do not want any second of this show to be set on Earth. We're done with it.
It will be filmed on Earth, we promise. But it's
I mean, who knows?
stupid joke.
I mean, if Tom Cruise can film in space, why can't we?
He raises a valid point.
Come on, Elon Musk, let us do this. I promise, it'll be good.
Anyway.
Plot twist.
So, this is how I picture the first couple episodes going. On the planet, we are not introduced to our main five right from the start. We're introduced to Silver first. Gokai Silver is the guy we start out with.
Oh.
So we're on his planet. It's under the rule of this monarchy. The planet is flourishing, but he is blind to the way that his ruling government is oppressing people under the guise of being caring.
So the Fire Nation.
Well, you could say that. If you want to keep throwing comparisons, that's fine.
Yes.
He has heard rumors of this crew of wanted criminals that they've made their way there. You know what I'm going to do? Because he's like a low-ranking, soldier, low-ranking government official, really talented, but he isn't getting the recognition he feels he deserves. So he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hunt these guys.
Hot-headed newbie.
No, he's been there for a while. That's the thing. He's just not getting the recognition he deserves. At least he feels that he deserves. So he's like, I'm going to hunt these guys down. I'm going to find them. I'm going to bring them in, and that's going to secure me a better position. And he finds them. And so he's at a tavern one night, exchanges are made, gets his information, manages to find our crew, and he's like, all right, I'm taking you in. Captain's like, no, you're not. Throws him the morpher and says, meet us at this location at this time tomorrow. If you can use that thing, yeah, we'll see how it goes. So he does. Turns out it was a trap. A trap that was sprung by, shall we say, there's a big platoon of soldiers there. They're there to ambush the pirates because they knew he was trying to hunt them down. But the captain also knew this. Captain of said pirates. I'm not calling them Gokaigers just because I haven't really thought of a better name for them yet. But regardless, so they're waiting there. He's like, oh no, we're surrounded. We're doomed. There's nothing we can do. And this is going to be like the end of the episode we see them morph.
Oh, you're doing Lost Galaxy.
I'm doing what I want. That's what I'm doing.
He doesn't like comparisons.
So they morph, and then that's the end of the first episode. Beginning of the first episode, that's when the big fight happens.
Second episode. You said first.
Well, I misspoke. I do that a lot in case you haven't noticed. My mistake.
I was just making sure that they...
Meat and potatoes, or whatever it was.
think that was it.
That was it.
I think that was it.
Petitas.
Thanks. I needed that reminder.
You know I love you.
Sometimes I don't.
Because meat potatoes.
Same goes for you. Where the heck was I?
Second episode.
Yeah.
So he sees them easily dispatch them, like the Gokaigers, for lack of a better word. I'll just call them that for now. They easily just walk through they walk through this opposing force. They wipe him out, and he's like, "How'd you do that?" And he's like, "You remember that thing I gave you? Why don't you try using it?" Even bigger squad of goons show up. He fights alongside them. He's able to transform, and then like, long story short, there's like a big speech. Is, a lot of character action. It's like, you want to be. It's like, you can stay here. You can live under their ruling thumb if you want. That's fine. Or you can come with us. Live the life of a pirate. Be free. Be your own person for once. And he's like, you know what? Sounds like a great idea. I'm with you. And then from there on, we're going off on adventures. It's episode to episode. We're going off to different planets. We're forging our bonds. We're, stealing treasure. We're fighting off bounty hunters. And occasionally we're running across Mr. Bosco, who for the time being shall still be called Bosco. Before Captain Marvelous, for lack of a better word, before he became captain, there was another captain before him. And his crew members were Bosco and Marvelous. Bosco betrays them. He goes off, does his own thing. I see him more of he's not working for anyone, he's just off doing his own thing. He's not working for an evil empire. He's just like, I'm having fun, I'm being a bastard, I'm doing whatever I want.
Sounds like Bosco.
Yeah, but minus the whole evil empire thing and monster forms and everything. So, the way I see it, the crew joined in a particular order. So, it started off with just the Red, just him. It was him, and then he rescues Pink. Pink is a princess who joined. She escapes her kingdom. Her kingdom has recently been conquered. That's the way I see it. And I would like her to be romantically involved with Red. I would like there to... You can do that all you want, Marcus. I know you don't like it, but that is an aspect I would like to explore.
As long
I
as
would like
you
to
execute
explore.
it properly.
Of course,
get over it.
that kind of goes without saying. I would love to see a romance between crewmates. I would love to see how that would happen. And then we have Green. Green joins next, and this is revealed throughout the show.
Mm-hmm.
Green was a small town doctor. He patched up the captain and Pink after there was a disastrous robbery attempt. He realizes what they're about, and he's like, you know what? I think I can be of some use to you. I'll come with you. Then Yellow joins. They ran it. She's an expert thief. They run into her while trying to pull another job. They realize, well, maybe we could work together and things will be better for all of us. So they do. And then Blue is the last to join before Silver. Now, Blue is a soldier who realizes that his government was responsible for his family's suffering, and his loyalties changed mid-battle when this is revealed. And then he's like, you know what? Screw you guys. Turns on his commanding officer, and then joins up with the pirates. So that they're wanted across the galaxy. You're going to run into various bounty hunters. You're going to run into various governments. And am I boring you?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay, because you looked very bored just then.
No, I'm lost in thought.
All right, fair enough. But we follow them, various adventures. They rob, they few more adventures, enjoy their freedom, strengthening bonds of friendship, some case romance, and that's what I want.
Okay. I can definitely see why you complimented my One Piece comparison.
Mm. Marcus, do you have anything to say?
Oh no, I like where it went.
You didn't like where it started.
I'm a little surprised.
You didn't like where it started.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see why. I would also love to have a Sentai or a Power Ranger season that is just dedicated to the pirate aspect that we really didn't get any of in Gokaiger. I absolutely get that.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I was kind of iffy on was the 6th Ranger being introduced immediately. But then you went on and spoke about it more. I'm like, okay, that makes sense why you want to do that. Part of it also, say, what if we... Because I'm assuming the other Rangers would be... their story would be through flashbacks.
Like the Ranger Series Black, Ranger Series Blue episodes RPM.
Mm-hmm.
And we could do that. I'm just wondering, would it be better to do it that way or to kind of do the reverse? Start with
It
Red.
can work this way.
I'm just saying, start with Red being on his own and watch him build this team.
I don't want to do that.
I'm not saying that's not what you. I'm not saying that's what you should want to do.
I understand. I also understand what you're saying, and I think that could work. But
that was like that's.
I like the idea of the pirates being introduced as
a team,
not just as a team, but as a myth. As a rumor, as him, it's like these super criminals, these pirates, they're wanted throughout the galaxy, and they're here, they're on this planet. I heard it. I had somebody, like Jeff from accounting, he saw them somewhere.
There's always a Jeff in accounting.
Of course there is.
Or a Karen from finance.
Or a Karen from finance.
No, and that's Karen from jail because she reported another false police report.
Okay, we didn't have to go there today.
No. I deal with customer service. I always have to deal with that. Anyway. But no, I absolutely get that. I just know that part of the appeal of One Piece, because I know I don't mean to make the comparison, but it's pirates, is that we...
No, I thought about that while I was doing this.
We relate to the Straw Hats so much because we've watched them go from just Luffy to the whole crew.
Mm-hmm.
We've been with them on the whole journey. So that's why I bring that up. But I absolutely understand what you... And I love the idea of just... Because it's just like with the first episode of Gokaiger. They show up, it's the pirates, and they kick everybody's ass. Mm-hmm. And I love that.
Because you don't need to introduce everybody one by one.
No.
Because there's this misconception out there that you have to introduce everyone in their own thing first, and you have to go one by one, and then build up to the team. No, you don't. Guardians of the Galaxy didn't do that. There wasn't a standalone Groot movie and a standalone Rocket movie and a standalone Star Wars movie. No, we just got the team in the one movie. They were introduced in that movie, and boom, there we are. We're off to the races. The
counter-argument to that is that with the Avengers, everybody almost got their own movie. But
that's not a counter-argument.
To your comparison.
No,
but my point is that my defensive view is that Guardians of the Galaxy are already a team, and they aren't their own individual properties.
They can be.
But they're pitched as a team.
Okay, even if they weren't, even if the Avengers didn't have their individual, you still could have started with an Avengers movie. You could have started an MCU with an Avengers movie. Just because they did it that way doesn't mean it's the only way to do it.
Again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to make my point clear. Yeah. I'm not saying anyone's wrong. I'm just trying to make my point. But no, I would definitely watch the fuck out of this show. I would watch the fuck out of it. Let me first say that.
Marcus, any thoughts?
You want to talk about heterosexual relationships?
No, because we
all know. We know how he feels. And I kind of knew he would not like it, but I made it anyway.
I don't know if this was exactly a counterpoint.
You know me well.
I do.
But one thing I was a little unsure of is, isn't Joe, the Blue Ranger, supposed to be the first mate, the second in command, everything?
Not in my version, he isn't.
Okay, that I need to make clear.
In my version, Pink is the first mate.
Okay.
Conflict of interest.
But okay, that's fine because in my head he was still you never made that clear in your pitch of who the second.
Well, he joins last,
but
last before Silver.
This seems less of an adaptation and more of just you're pitching a pirate show.
Yeah, it's pretty much a new pirate show.
That's what adaptation is. You change things.
Yeah, and he has a point because how much of Go-Onger was adapted other than...
How much of Gokaiger was adapted into Super Megaforce?
A lot more than needed to be.
I would say a lot less.
But how much of Go-Onger was adapted in
not a lot.
Yeah,
but it's still an adaptation. You can change as much as you want. That's what adaptation is. You're going from one thing to another. There are changes that need to be made when whether you're changing mediums or you're changing countries or you're changing whatever. There are concessions and changes you will have to make.
Sad thing is, I think this could just be another pirate themed Sentai.
Yeah, I feel like it sort of actually needs to be if you're going to try to adapt Gokaiger.
But
I would love to see a new pirate themed Sentai.
Yeah, of course.
It'd make me want one.
So would I.
But
yeah, this seemed less of a adaptation of Gokaiger and more just a new pirate theme.
Yeah,
well, to me, this is what if Gokaiger were to be adapted to the West, this is what I would do, and this is how I would change it.
That's fair.
It's what you're working with.
This is all original footage. We ain't doing no stock footage here.
In our pitches, it's a perfect world.
That's the whole point of this show, is that it is a perfect world. This is Netflix gave me the green light, and you can do whatever you want.
Who's playing Captain Marvel?
Okay, so...
He does have a cast, I saw that.
Oh my god.
Okay, so...
the full cast, or just the...
Actually, yes. Now, generally, whenever you... Because you know this about me. Whenever you ask me, oh, who do you want to direct this? Who do you want to play this? The answer is always, I don't care as long as they're talented. Mm-hmm. But because I know what show we're doing here, I know we're doing Tokupitch, and I know that you and probably some of you as well wanted to hear what I had to say, I came up with a couple answers. So I'm going to start with my showrunner, James Gunn.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of any. Who better to lead a show about a team of misfits going out and having adventures and just getting up to all sorts of mischief?
Nathan Fillion.
I mean, he could be in the show at some point. You never know. But
he should absolutely be the former captain who gets betrayed. I guess.
There you go. There's a role for him.
He's killed in the first episode because he only got one season.
It wasn't that good of a show.
I like Serenity.
Yeah.
I like them both, Serenity and Firefly.
I think they're okay. I don't think they are the greatest thing ever the way everyone else seems to.
I think it got... I don't think it's the greatest thing ever, but I do think it got shafted in terms of like what their network did to them.
Yeah.
That is
the fact that they were all aired out of order and all that other nonsense. But regardless of that, my pilot would be directed by Patty Jenkins. Okay. I would... Because... She is not afraid to shy away from the, shall we say, she directed Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She directed Wonder Woman and also Monster. She's directing the upcoming Wonder Woman 1984. And she's not afraid to shy away from the sillier aspects of fantasy properties, which I really like. But she's also great at capturing heart and emotion and drama. And for the first episode, where there isn't as much action and it's more about getting introduced to the characters.
I didn't know when 84 had been back to.
Yeah, it did. Where it's more about getting introduced to the characters and setting up the drama and setting up the stakes, but the action is still there, but it's not the main focus of that episode. I think she would. That's who I would pick to direct the pilot. The music. I would pick either Ludwig Göransson or Bear McCreary. Ludwig Göransson, Academy Award winner, he did the score for Black Panther, and he just did the score for Tenet. Tenet has one of my favorite scores ever. It's amazing. And he also did Mandalorian. And I would love to see what he would do with Space Pirates. Bear McCreary did God of War 2018, and he also did the show Black Sails, which is a pirate-themed show. I would love to see what he could do with Space Pirates as well. So either one of those would be a good choice.
We're running into a problem with this series.
What?
I'm going to be sad after this.
Well, I haven't said my cast yet, so...
I don't care, because right now the show doesn't exist.
Okay.
It pisses me off.
So Silver. It might be because he played a similar character to this in another show that I really like. But what if this character had more, shall we say, agency? And really got his chance to fight back. For Silver, I'm picking Jack Quaid, aka Huey and the Boys.
Oh.
I think he would be. I would love to see him just throw down, bring the fight to the bad guys the way say Huey cannot. But yeah, that's something I would love to see.
I can see that.
What?
I was thinking maybe he might be more of Doc, but again, I'm thinking more of the character from Gokaiger and less of this new story that you're presenting to us.
For Red, I picked an actor. I wanted somebody who is charming, who is handsome, who has all the charisma, who I know I could picture leading this team into battle.
Jacob, I would like to thank you for nominating me, but I'm afraid I simply don't have enough time.
Oh, darn it. Well, my second choice, because Marcus is not available, I went with Henry Golding. He was the boyfriend in Crazy Rich Asians.
Oh God, he is a good looking man.
He is. He's a great actor. He's very talented. He's devastatingly handsome.
It's unfair.
And I would love to see him in a pirate outfit leading a crew of pirates.
What's his name again?
Henry Golding.
Does that have...
And he would be using his normal British accent.
I didn't know he was British.
He is.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he is.
He's an unfair person. How dare you?
Yes, he is British.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just thinking if he's been in anything else.
Anyway.
Yeah, next.
Next is Green. I wanted somebody who I feel like could really embrace that timid nature that I feel like Green would have, because he's a small town doctor in my version.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who has seen a lot of horrors of war, but when the time comes to throw down, he's going to throw down hard. I went with Daniel Kaluuya. Academy Award nominee Daniel Kaluuya, who was the lead in Get Out.
Oh, yeah.
He was also in Black Panther.
He was also Black Panther. He's also in Black Mirror.
Yeah, that was one episode of Black Mirror.
Because I think about his performance in Get Out and how he's so good at, like, when he's scared, you can really see it.
I haven't seen Get Out.
Oh, you're missing out.
I know what happens.
It's a great movie.
So good.
But thinking about, like, the end of the movie, the climax, Marcus, like, with the deer head, when he throws down, like, ain't nobody getting out of there.
I've watched the Everything Great and I think the Kill Count.
Okay, well, watch the movie, because the movie's fantastic. Next up, we got Yellow. This one felt a little obvious to me, but I really couldn't think of anything else once I thought of her. Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld. That is.
She's a great actress. She's no stranger to sci-fi.
Oh fuck! What is she? I'm looking at her face and I'm trying to remember.
Bumblebee.
Didn't see it.
She was the voice of Spider-Gwen in Into the Spider-Verse.
I was trying to remember her face,
and also
unfortunately it was from Pitch Perfect.
And also True Grit.
She was in Pitch Perfect.
Perfect 2 and 3. Yeah. Sorry, moving on.
But yeah, she would be great. I think she could definitely bring like the spunk and the attitude that I feel like my version of Yellow would have.
I got her confused with the girl from Split and Glass for some reason.
Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy?
At first, I thought it was her.
Oh, no. Blue. Again, it's recency bias talking because I did just see Tenet, but John David Washington.
Did we skip Pink?
Nope. Oh, no, I did.
Yeah, you did.
And that was my fault. But getting back to Blue. John David Washington. From, he's Tenet and also Black Klansman.
He was in Black Klansman.
And he was fantastic in both. And just picturing him in like a soldier's uniform before he transitions to being a pirate, and just him. I think you had Marcus in pirate outfit. I am picturing him like just standing there with his sword, flipping it around, and then just wasting a bunch of fools. And I feel like he could really bring that stoic soldier quality to it, but at the same time, he would be so freaking cool. Because his character in the way he plays it in both Tenet and Black Klansman, he's just such a cool, charismatic guy. I love watching him. So I would like to see what he did. For Pink, I wanted someone who didn't have an action background. Someone who I feel like could grow into it.
Makes sense.
And who I felt really had like the exotic grace and poise that I feel.
Avoid the trope of princess being trained in combat from a young age to defend herself kind of trope.
I don't know about that, but I went. You might not know this name, but Golshifte Farahani, who was Adam Driver's wife in the movie Patterson. Yeah, that's her first one.
Oh,
she's gorgeous.
She's a wonderful actress. If you haven't seen Patterson, see it. It's a great, great movie. I love that movie a lot. She's wonderful in it. I would love to see her step up into an action role.
She was in Genlock.
Oh, right. Was who? It's all getting cut. Which they just announced a season 2.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
They just announced season 2 of Genlock. I'm excited.
Cool. And finally, Bosco. Who is an actor who has all the charisma in the world, is endlessly likable, and I want to see him twist that into being the world's biggest dick,
The guy who played Bosco
but
originally.
we still like him.
Tell me.
I mean, yeah.
I went with a different British Henry. I went with Henry Cavill. I want to see Henry Cavill play an evil space pirate bounty hunter. Just endlessly charming his way through the series, and you hate him, but you still love him.
I sort of do want to see him be like an anti-villain. Or an anti-hero, one of the two. I feel like
he's been bad guy before.
Mission Impossible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fallout.
He was a bad guy in that. He didn't really get a chance to stretch the cartoonish bad guy muscles, but
You sure to get a chance to reload his arms, though.
God, I love
That's
that.
the best part of the movie.
No, the best part is people actually putting that sound effect to it. But, or I think, no, my favorite one, they edited out his mustache and had it regrow during the pumping. So his fucking facial hair came back. I still died.
If only it were that easy.
Um,
But that does it for me.
again, I'm just mad. HBO, pick this up. Now, it's going to be the most expensive fucking show on the planet to afford all of these people,
Again, this is a perfect world
I-
scenario.
where the budget is infinity.
The budget, well, such as the budget's infinity, I mean, you could get a cast like this in a TV show today. You can.
Yeah.
And, I mean, 10 years ago, it's out of the question, but nowadays, where bigger and bigger stars are... Because TV used to be considered lesser. That was the lesser... It was the lesser form. That's where the lesser talented actors would go. Nowadays, that's not the case.
Yeah.
They're equally talented across both spectrums, and I think getting a cast like this, you might not be able to get this exactly, but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
No.
But yeah, that's my pitch.
Let us know what you think about it in the comments below.
I'm still sad. I want this show now.
Thank you all for watching.
And don't forget to join us on all the things.
Follow us on all the things. I guess I'm next. I already know what show I'll be pitching. I just haven't gotten out all the details in my head. But I'm going to be doing a pitch for Q Ranger. So I have a gargantuan task ahead of me in terms of how to juggle all those characters. But tune in next time. Bye, everybody.